Basically, I would have had nowhere, absolutely nowhere to go for help at the time. And so not only did I find help, but I found very efficient and effective and just a huge amount of support and guidance through the whole thing, whereas I thought there was none out there.
Matt's issue was he hadn't been paid for a long time. He was working as a bartender at a small place around Lincoln Park in Chicago. Kind of working for a friend, a person he trusted for a long time. The guy was paying him $40 a night to kind of open the bar, run the bar 3 days a week. So at some point, the owner of the bar stopped paying Matt, and that period of non-payment just kept getting longer and longer.
It was just the same old excuse, and none of it added up. And then finally, you put your foot down, or frankly, I didn't put my foot down. I put my foot down when I got with LAS, because that was the time where I was like, wow, I have a foot to stand on. I can do something about this.
A lot of times, especially with these smaller amounts of unpaid wages, the employee is just told to take the loss. It's going to be too timely, it's going to be too costly. The service LAS is able to provide is, no matter if you're making the minimum wage, less than the minimum wage, or, $100 an hour, the law in Illinois is meant to protect you. When we met with Matt, we kind of presented him with, you have this claim for your unpaid wages, you also have these minimum wage claims, and you have the ability to file a lawsuit. And that's ultimately what we ended up doing on Matt's behalf.
At all times, I felt like I was being heard out. There was never any sort of, they wanted to hear every aspect of, what my situation was, how I was doing, not just the case, but like how I was dealing with it, which I think is very important because it's a stressful time. To be honest, I felt like Bruce was more of a friend. He always kept it professional, but I felt like he was just kind of my biggest supporter at the time, which I really needed.
Because he was only being paid $40 a shift, and you kind of had this significant minimum wage violation, he was only actually seeking about $9,000 under that agreement he had with the employer. Ultimately, we were able to recover an amount that was maybe 4 to 5 times that, just given the significance of these violations.
Not only was it a huge help for me, it can be a huge help for anybody in the same situation. I think it's just quite unbelievable the amount of charity and the goodwill and the support that it provided me at a time of desperation and need. Sounds dramatic, but that was the situation.
I think LAS is able to do a lot of things that other organizations are not able to be more nimble. We have the support of Metropolitan, which enables us to focus more on the actual work with the clients.
I think it's just an absolutely necessary source of social service, if you will. I think there's just a time and a place where people are going to need help legally, and it was just a lifesaver for me.